This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stockbox interview. Joining us today is Louis Kurtzia, the CEO of Katoro Gold. Hello, Louis. It's been a long time since we've spoken. How are you doing?
It's indeed been a long time, Mark. I'm doing well, and yourself?
Yes, very good. Thank you, Louis. Well, thank you for joining us, of course, following recent news that Katoro have announced results from the inaugural drilling program at the Haneti project and a work program at the Babayu lithium project. So what are the key points for investors to take away from these RNS?
Well, I would think the most important thing to take away is the fact that we've gone out to do some work to understand what we have better, but also, most importantly, to understand whether we have need or whether there's cause and justification to continue pursuing this project and in which way we need to do it. And that's exactly what we achieved. We were hoping for some early high-value gains or particular results that might fast-track the program that we have. That didn't exactly happen that way, but we still got what we wanted to do, and that is to assess the project, see what we're working with, see whether there is something that is worth pursuing, and all of that came back positive. So the project still remains a project with the potential to be a project of significant size and scale. That has not changed. That's still there. The results that we've got now confirms that, and it teaches us, or it brings us an explanation in terms of how we can attack this further, how do we approach it, how do we work further with it. But also, very importantly, it gives us the opportunity to engage with some interested parties, third parties, which we have been engaged with in the past, and who has made it very clear to us that once we have a better understanding of the geology, we should re-engage. It gives us that opportunity as well to bring that as an additional string in our bow towards the further development of this project.
Okay, so you're sounding fairly confident about it and not disappointed, and it's achieved what you wanted to achieve. Why do you think that the market has reacted downwards to these results? And what are the next steps going to be for the Katoro team following on from this program?
You know, it's a little bit like I want to take this back to childhood. You know, when you are expecting a particular Christmas gift, which you have particularly got in mind in terms of previous discussions and engagement with your parents, and you get something else, which is probably of better value than what you expected, you're still a little bit disappointed because it's not what you thought it's going to be. And that's a little bit what we have here as well. We were all hoping that based on the work that we've done in the past up to this point in time, we will be in a position where we can make those quick, very important breakthroughs and gains, as I've said in my previous comment. But that was always something that we hoped for. That didn't really work out in terms of making that massive early breakthrough that we hoped that we would be able to do. But what we really wanted to do is to understand what we're working with, understand that better, understand how do we advance it from here on, and most importantly, as I said already, to understand whether this is worth pursuing any further. Now, we've achieved all of that. We are now able to develop a very clear strategy going forward. And we are in a position where we can continue to develop this project going forward. It remains a project of particular interest, and we have the added or the additional benefit at this point in time, or additional prospect is probably the better way to put it, of pursuing the lithium side as well, because we were looking at it in the past, but we were not able to follow up on that properly, which we've done now. It's come back with very promising results. So we now have a situation where we can go forward with a two-prong approach, one on the nickel PGM side, where we need to do some further work, where we can do it now with confidence in terms of how to approach it further, but also in terms of this very exciting lithium prospect that we have been able to identify.
Okay. So you still see it as a project of value. You plan to continue to develop. So now that the on-site program and the initial results have been released, can the market expect to be hearing from you regularly as the business moves into the next phase of the development here?
Of course, definitely. First things first, however, I mean, we now need to go and sit and understand, interpret, digest all the information that we've received. And I have to point out, this is the first proper drill program that produced fresh rock in this entire area. So it's not only, this gives us an understanding of the geology of a whole region, which we've not had before. It is very, very significant. Therefore, we have to go and sit down and plan properly, understand, interpret what we have, and then design a program going forward from that. And that work has already started. That whole process of understanding the whole new world that was open for us from a geological perspective in terms of the work that we've done now. Parallel to that, we also have to understand exactly how we're going to approach the lithium side. As we've said in the RNS as well, it requires of us to also have a look in terms of our regional presence in that area, in addition to the presence that we already have. So there's a lot of preparation work and planning work that we have to do before we go back and continue with a very intensive and focused field program and exploration program.
Okay, well, Louis Coetzee, the CEO of Katoro Gold, thank you very much for giving us that update.
Thank you very much, Mark. It was a pleasure talking to you again.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stopboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.